You know what? It depends if I'm fishing with another guy. Usually we fish as a team, and he may be throwing, say we get started, like my buddy Bully Bob. He likes throwing twitch baits and glide baits. So then I'll start with, say, a bucktail or something else. And they may not be real compatible, but at least we can get an idea. If he starts moving stuff on twitch baits, then I may move to a glide bait. And if I'm moving stuff on bucktails, he may move to a topwater, something that's fast as well. So we try to find out the aggressiveness, which tool is bringing out how aggressive the fish is. So I don't know. Sometimes, sometimes you're working on an hour of sleep and, you're just throwing everything on. But really, there should be some method to your madness of trying to run through the options that those fish may want out there. Yeah.
I know that your history, you fish a lot of nighttime.
Uh-huh.
Now, statistically, do you fish more at the top of the water column at night, or do you still cover some of your same tactics that you use during the day? Or what kind of gets you thinking, in the evening, dark?
I like, it probably depends on the structure that I'm fishing. If I'm fishing a rock bar, say we're in 40 foot of water casting at a rock bar that tops out at 10 foot, then I'll probably run some surface baits because I love surface baits as long as it's a warm night and they may have been active during the day. But then it's always good to run a crankbait and beat it down through. I don't think you can really go wrong at night, except at night a good steady retrieve is generally better that I find. Because the fish need to hone in on the bait and stuff like that. So a steady retrieve's a little better. If I was going to go with like topwater, after dark, once it gets dark, I usually always go to that creeper or a hog wobbler. They stay straight, they stay there, the fish can find their way up to it if they're going to eat it. But I'm pretty much a sucker on them topwater. They're so much fun to catch fish that way. So I probably throw them more than I should. But you can run, I've caught them on bucktail, about everything after dark, And, yep.
Do you tend to upsize after dark to give a bigger target?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't run a lot, especially even casting, I don't run a lot of small stuff. But I definitely do upsize. If I'm going to throw after dark, like crankbaits, the big, depth raters aren't that big, but they do have the rattles. They run big jakes, 10-inch jakes, I should say. Grandmas, twitch those, maybe right before dark, and then run them after dark. I guess the topwaters are relatively big, so I do. So, anything else? Yeah.
When you're fishing after dark, do you want to pay attention to a lot of the moon phases, or does that make much of a difference? It makes a huge difference? Or?
You know what? I wish I had a good answer for you on that one. There's an old guy, Tony Rizzo, that used to say, "Just fish when you can fish," and I would say I've had great success on full moons, and I've had good success on new moons. I don't know why it is and what turns them on. But, most of my trips are, I try to do it either, if it's in the summer where I'm going to night fish, I like a full moon, personally. So some of the best days trolling I've ever had were on full moons, and as well, some of the most beautiful nights I've ever had were on the new moon up there in the north watching the northern lights. And, so I don't know if there's really a good answer to that. I wish I had a better one for you.
I had another question for
Yeah.
you concerning that night fishing. When you're getting your lure coming in, will you guys use any glow, or you just got your lights on so you know where you're at?
That's a great question. First of all, usually we have at least a couple, 3 headlamps in the boat, but we usually, if we can get away with it and it's not dangerous, we don't run any lights. Second of all, usually you can feel your bait getting close, and after you do it a while, you'll learn. And one of the good things that I like to do, even with my rods, I don't know if you can see it, but I got a thing of surgical tubing right here. So if I do whack the end of that, I'm not going to bust the ceramic out of the eye. Trolling rods and these, I'll run that. But no, I guess it's just a feeling, and it really can be quite tough, feeling like bulldogs and stuff that don't have a lip on it. So, but we do have headlamps on and stuff like that. They do have the glow beads and that stuff. Some of my buddies will put a little glow paint and cook it up. I've got glow baits that I'll use now and again, but I really, as far as the full glow, I've never really noticed a difference catching fish. They look pretty cool flying out, but anybody else? Well, hey, thanks very much, and thanks for being involved with Musky Bank. Thanks, buddy.
Great job.
I hope they enjoyed it. I didn't go too long, did I? No.